Hey guys, just popping on here for a quick little video. I haven't put up videos in a little while. I usually try to put up videos about, I don't know, anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week, but I'm taking a bit of a break for the month of July. I let people know on Instagram, but then I kind of realized, I think I put a post here on the community thing, but just to let people know that I'm taking a bit of a break. I found that I was feeling very overwhelmed right now. I think we're all experiencing stress right now, like to greater or lesser degrees. And I know right now, if you're watching this, it is 2020, it is July, and there's still the whole COVID situation going on. And, there's been, just a lot. There's been a lot. We've all been through a lot, again, to greater or lesser degrees. So I don't want to take away, because there's people who are like really, really going through difficult things with, illness and what's been going on with sort of police brutality and protests and all that stuff. So I don't want to take away from any of that. But I think even if you are not being directly affected by those things, I think that if you are a sensitive person, and assuming most of you probably are, because if you're watching these kind of channels, you are probably one of those people who is pretty sensitive to things like myself. So, it's stressful. It's stressful, always worrying in the back of your mind about things like COVID, and I know there's lots of people worrying about their jobs and things, and, just seeing brutality and all sorts of terrible, crazy things on the news isn't easy for any of us, and even more so for the people actually going through that. So I don't want to take away from that. But, I think we're all under some various forms, like I said, of stressfulness. And I just been feeling a little bit burnt out, to be honest. Like I was posting like Instagram several times a day, and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, and doing all this stuff. And I just was feeling burnt out, and like I needed a bit of a holiday. So I'm not leaving YouTube or Instagram or any of those things. I'm just saying for the next little while, I'll just be kind of posting sporadically, just as I kind of feel like it, because I was so busy, like between, full-time job and then doing this. Plus, I have, stepkids and all just a life. Like we all have life, right? Like all of us. So not just saying it's me, it's all of us. But just been feeling like really just overwhelmed, and just like, okay, I need to take a little step back and maybe let myself rest a bit, allow myself to just breathe. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, you may have noticed I changed my hair. I decided to get it. I got it like half red, half blonde, but I think I might go back to the rainbow because I don't really like it. It actually on camera looks more burgundy, which is what I kind of wanted, but in real life it's kind of like a brick red, which was like not what I wanted at all. So I'm not terribly happy with it. So I have an appointment next month, and we're going to see if we can rainbow it back up. We will see. But yeah, I thought, I need a change, because you do. Sometimes you need a change, right? But then I got it, and I was like, I'm not happy with this at all. Ugh, I've just been feeling like that about so many things. Just this sort of like general like blahness about everything. And I don't know if anyone else has been feeling that way. But yeah, that's kind of the space I'm in right now, which isn't like this super happy, cheery place to like make videos from. And I like to, of course I want to, come on and be positive and stuff, but I also don't want to be fake, right? So this is the real deal. I'm just feeling kind of burnt out and really blah, and really kind of down and stressed. And so I was like, you know what, maybe just post the odd video for the next little while. I'm sure people will be fine with that, and they will understand, because I'm sure I'm not the only one feeling this way. Also too, I was looking up, and I'm going to be 46 next month. And apparently it is very common to feel this way in your mid 40s, because you're right in that like kids, aging parents, sandwich time, doing all the work, you're getting older, you start to realize that your dreams are probably not going to come true. It's very depressing. So yeah, I'm having what they call the U curve. I'm in like the slump. They say there's another side. I really hope there is. Yeah, just not feeling great. I'm also too, like, full disclosure, I have suffered throughout my life with anxiety and depression. And so I've learned to recognize when I'm feeling this way, to take a step back and practice some self-care, and that maybe I won't be able to do all the many things that I usually do, because I'm usually like, go, 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 and like making art and playing in a band and like going to work and doing things, taking care of people, blah, 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 blah. And sometimes it just gets to be like, you know what? It's all a bit much. Maybe take a little step back here. So that's what I'm doing right now, just so you know what's kind of going on. Yeah, let me know. Have you been feeling the same way? Have you been feeling just kind of stressed and down? And honestly, too, it's been really discouraging seeing who in your friend group is like, you know, let's be brutal, like a racist, or who is, posting, insensitive things. And yeah. So finding out those things is like so disappointing and discouraging. I mean, I'm glad I know. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I know. I also find arguing with these people like utterly exhausting, because they don't like they're just like entrenched in like that point of view and making excuses, and it's exhausting trying to like gently educate people, because you don't like, I don't want to be like all come out blah 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 and insulting. And then, that never wins over anybody, right? But, after a while you begin to realize it doesn't really matter what you say. This person is just entrenched in a particular prejudice. And yeah, it's disappointing, discouraging. And I mean, if I feel exhausted as like a white person who gets to like choose whether I engage in those things or not, those conversations or not, I can only begin to imagine how exhausting those conversations must be for people of color and transsexual people and all that kind of stuff. Because you don't get to opt out of that when that's you. And you shouldn't have to argue for your own dignity and self-worth and right to exist in the world. And so, yeah, that's also been like incredibly sad and discouraging. But, I would rather know where people stand in some ways than not. Yeah, so yes, exhausting. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. This is just a rambly video about where I'm at with things. I did get this t-shirt in the mail, which I'm very happy about. It's the Live and Let Die with COVID-45 t-shirt from Guns N' Roses. It seems like May was, 3 years ago, but back in May there was like, you may have seen the news story that Trump toured like a factory with no mask on, a mask factory with no mask on. And then Live and Let Die, they had blaring in the background, like just completely insensitive. And so GNR responded with this t-shirt, this anti-Trump t-shirt. And all the proceeds go to charity, goes to Music Cares, which is supporting musicians that have been affected by COVID, like medical bills and bills of all sorts, because people are out of work. So it all goes to charity. So I did get that in the mail, so that was kind of cool. I'm waiting for a couple of decks to come in the mail. So there's a couple of unboxing videos that I'll be having for you whenever they arrive. One I'm very excited about because it's an independent deck and my first deck that I backed on Kickstarter. So very excited about that. So I'll have that coming up for you. I'll be posting the odd thing. My goal is to get back to kind of regular schedule by August, but we'll see how I'm feeling. Anyway, let me know how you're feeling, how you're handling things, what's going on with you. Yeah, and that's all I got for now. That's all I got. And I'm probably going to sit outside after this and read a book and drink some Dr. Pepper and just try to enjoy the brief summer that we have here. Brief but beautiful summer that we have here. So anyway, let me know how you're doing, how you're faring in all of this. And I will talk to you all later. Thank you so much for all of your support and all of your nice comments and things. It means a lot to me. Especially my patrons. Thank you so much, patrons. You guys are the best. Especially a big shout out to Jamie, Nathan, and Marie for your support. You guys are awesome. And just thank you to everybody. You guys, I'm always shocked that anyone wants to watch this. So when people do, thank you. It means a lot to me. Yeah. So anyway, take care. And the Etsy shop is still open too if you want a reading. So I'm still doing readings if you're into that. And I will see you all next time. And as always, peace and love and rock.